Hi friends, it's Miss Turpin. How are you doing today? I hope that you're doing very well as we are going to go over this Jamboard together, okay? So this is the Jamboard that you will be completing this week in math. And as you can see here, I have kind of given you a guide of how many pages you could do per day in order to complete it by the end of the week, okay? So Monday, you're going to complete pages 2 through 6, okay? And what that's going to look like is you're going to be working with some part whole, okay? So this is the second slide all the way to the sixth slide, okay? And this is part whole, okay? So let me go back to the front, okay? On Tuesday, you're going to complete page 7, okay? And that looks like this here. You're going to be finding the missing part. Wednesday, you are going to be doing one more and one less. Thursday, you will be doing where you will be counting these animals. So for instance, this turtle, you'll count all the turtles. You can use a pen to color them and then write how many turtles you see here. And then on Friday, you will complete pages 10 and 11, and this is going to be working with a 10 frame, okay? So I'm going to move to the front of this Jamboard. We will do examples together from each page so that you have an idea of what you should be doing, okay, for each of these assignments. And for any reason, if there's something, if you have a question at the end of this video, if you still have questions, please reach out to your teacher, as we want to make sure that you know exactly what to do with this Jamboard, okay? So the first page, so this is going to be your Monday task. You're going to be working with part whole, okay? We've done these before, so you should be really familiar with seeing these and knowing what these are, okay? So I have talked about what we have here, okay? So there are 10 Mario toys, and we see them down here, okay? Place the toys in each of the parts, and these are your parts, to find out what parts or what two numbers make 10, okay? So this is our number sentence down here. Something plus something makes 10, okay? So we are going to need to just separate these Marios into these two boxes until they're all gone, okay? So I can just kind of just move these around here. I can say, okay, I'm going to put these guys here. I can put these guys here. Okay, so I'm just clicking and dragging them into the boxes, okay? And you can put how many ever you want in the boxes as long as you get all of them out of this whole box, okay? So all I did was we started with the 10 and I just started to put them into boxes, put Mario into the two different boxes, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I will start with my two parts, okay? So I will get a blue color so that I can show you this is what this is. So this is going to be your first part, okay? And so how many are here? 1, and I'm going to count and check, okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there are 4 in the first part. I'm going to double click. I double clicked and I inserted that 4 there. And then how many are the other part? I'm going to get a red pen here so you can see that I'm counting these. Okay, so then we're going to go over to our other part and I'm going to count and check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to double click down here and I'm going to insert the 6. Okay, so on your screen, you can just count. You can touch and count. Okay, you don't have to get the pen out or anything. You can just touch and count and see how many you put in each of those boxes. I'm sorry. So this tells me that 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, so I can go back and recheck. I can recount. Okay, I can count on to check my answer. So I can say, okay, I know there's 4 here. So let me count on. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I can count on. I can use my fingers. And remember, if we are adding with our fingers, we want to start with the biggest number. So is 4 or 6 the bigger number here? When talking about our parts. 6, right? So I can start with 6 and then I can add 4 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10, okay? And then I can just count them all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 and 6 equals 10, okay? So that is how you're going to do your part whole. So you have Princess Tiana here to where you will be dragging her into these parts. It doesn't matter what you put, how many Tianas you put in each box, okay? You are going to decide that because you're going to find different ways to make 10, okay? We have Wreck-It Ralph here. So same thing, drag him into these parts, just separate them out, and then figure out how many are in each part to get that 10. We have Moana here, okay? And then Nemo, okay? So those are going to be your boards that you're going to be working on Monday, okay? So let's move to Tuesday's assignment, okay? So what we're doing here is we are counting on to find the missing part, okay? So whenever we look at the part whole Jamboard, we have 2 missing parts, right? We have to find both parts. Well, here we're just counting on in order to find the other part, okay? So let me show you what I mean here. So I put up here, count on to find the missing part to make 10. Drag the gumballs in the missing part, okay? All right, so I'm going to start with number 1, okay? It says how many are in this part, okay? So this is our first part. So let's count how many. And I like to use my little pen to count, but you don't have to do that. You can touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 4 here, and I'm just going to go ahead and double click and insert that 4 because there are 4 in this part. And then it says count on from that number to find this part. So I need to get to 10. So I'm going to count on from 4. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to drag these in there, and I'm going to go to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, do you see how I counted on? I went 4 because there's 4 here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so then it says how many is in this part? How many are in the other part? Let's count. I'm going to get my pen out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6. So I'm going to double click and I'm going to put that 6 in there. So 4 and 6 make 10, and I can go back and count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 and 6 make 10, or 4 plus 6. Whoops. Sorry. Plus sign is not very good. And can also mean plus, right? And then make can be our equals, okay? So 4 plus 6 equals 10. All right, so you will be going through this Jamboard or this Jam page here. This is what you will be completing on Tuesday, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other problems to do on here for a total of 6 problems to do on Tuesday on this Jamboard, okay? So you're going to start with this side, and you're going to say how many are in these parts? How many gumballs are here? So I'm going to say 2, and then I'm going to count on from 2 and see how many can make that 10 for me, okay? All right, so that's Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday. We're going to talk about one more than a number and one less than a number. So this is where I like to use the pen so that I know where to go. Or also there should be a little frog that's going to pop up here. He's kind of thinking the picture's trying to come up here. So if he doesn't appear, then I will go ahead and use a pen. But typically you should be able to see this frog, and then you can hop the frog over to where he needs to go. Okay. So actually I'm going to draw my little frog in here for now. All right. So here's my frog. Okay. He's a cute little frog, right? Okay. So, it says move the frog on the number line to help you find the number, okay? So if I'm talking about one more than a number, I need to go to the right, okay? More is to the right. More, okay? If I'm talking about less than a number, we're going to the left. Left is less, okay? So if it says 8 and one more is what number, I need to start at the number. I need to start at my first number. And my first number is what? Good. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to move him over to the 8. Okay. Whoops. Oh, he didn't even. My little guy didn't even budge on there. That's not going to work. Okay. So I'm going to just take my frog off for now, and I'm going to use a pen because I don't know why he's not coming up. So I'm going to start at the 8, okay? And then it says, and one more, okay? So if I said plus one more, okay? So then I need to go to the right. This is telling me to the right. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to hop over, and I'm going to say, what's one more than 8? 8, and one more is... Good. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is correct. I did get that right because I looked on my number line and then I used my fingers to see as well. Okay. All right. So there's that. And then if I wanted to, let's look at this here. Let's do 1 less than 6. Okay. So more or less, this would be 6 minus 1. Okay. Sorry about that one, guys. Okay, so I'm still going to start at my bigger number, okay? And I'm going to go to the 6, and then I'm going to go to the left 1, okay? So here I go, over to the left 1, and I get a what? A 5, good. And I can check with my fingers, okay? So 6, and I'll take away 1 because it's 1 less. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, friends. Good. So you are going to complete these here. 5 and 1 more, 7 and 1 more, 9 and 1 more, and then you're going to do 1 less than 9. So 9 minus 1, right? That's what that's going to be, pretty much. 9 minus 1. You're going to do 1 less than 8, so 8 minus 1, and then 1 less than 10, so 10 minus 1. Okay. All right, so that is for Wednesday. Thursday, you will be going through here, and you will be counting to see how many of each animal there are within this number 100, okay? So it says color each animal a different color. Count how many. Write the number. So this is a turtle here, so I'm going to make him green. And I can go through and count how many turtles I see, okay? So this may... You all have better eyes than Mr. Urban. But I'm going to go through here and I'm going to say, okay, 1, 2. I'm just going to put a little, or I guess I could color him a little bit. I need to change my pen. And remember, over to the left here, you can use, it says use the pen tool to choose different colors. So I just click this here, and I'm actually going to use a highlighter because it's going to be a little easier to color with. And you can pick the different colors. You can do a marker, highlighter, a paintbrush, or you can do a pen, okay? Actually, let me see what the paintbrush does, and then you pick a color. So, okay, I'm going to do the paintbrush. So, 1, 2. That's all I see there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I see 10, okay? And I'm going to write the number 10 here because there are 10 turtles in here. So then you would pick a different color and you could do the fish, okay? So then you go find the fish, okay? So I see, and I'm gonna change this to a highlighter this time, see. So 1, 2, 3, okay? And then you're just gonna keep going and find all of those fish, okay? All right, and then write that number there, okay? So there are 100 animals here, and then you're going to see how many of each animal there are, okay? So that is for Thursday. And then Friday, you'll be working on this Jamboard here with talking about 10 frames, okay? So it says drag the pencil over to the 10 frames and show that many dots on the 10 frames. So if I start with this 5, okay, I'm going to drag my 5 over here to my first one. And it says use the pen tool to circle the circle tool or images from Google to insert on your 10 frame. So you have options here, okay? So I can either show you 5 on the 10 frame using the pen tool. So I can say, okay, I can show 5 here by going 1, 2, or actually, I just want to do circles. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can show you by using this pen tool by drawing those circles. I can also show you 5 with using the circle tool. So down here, it's just this circle here. If you click it, you can change the shapes of it. So a square, a triangle, whatever. I don't really care what you put in there as long as you're representing that number, okay? So I'm going to stick with the circles, but then I can also change the color. So once I hit this, I click this, I can pick my shape, and then I can also change the color. So I want it to be, I want them to be black. So then what I do is I click on the box where I want it to go, and then I just drag my finger on my mouse, okay, on my trackpad, and then it gives me that circle. Now, we have talked about, you can keep doing this tool if you'd like, and then keep doing it that way, clicking and dragging. Or we've talked about if you hit these 3 dots here, you can hit duplicate, which means it'll give you a copy of what you just had, okay? So that's the easiest way that I like to do it. So that way they're all the same size. You don't have to worry about clicking and dragging and dealing with all of that. And then that way you can just make those circles, okay? So I put my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 10 frame. So I did the circle tool. And then another thing that you can do as well is that you can add images, okay? So Miss Turpin uses images on her Jamboards. And so you can also add an image if you would like, okay? So in order to add an image, what you are going to do is you are going to come down here and you see this little box with it looks like a little mountain. You're going to click that and it's going to add an image on here, okay? You can go to Google image search, so this third thing here, and I can look up, I'm going to look up a star. Let's just search star. Okay, so I can just click, I can click the star and hit insert. And then it will put my star on here, okay? Now, obviously, if I try to put this big guy here, that's not going to work, right? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click one of these sides, okay? And then you're going to have to drag going inward, okay? And so this is going to make it a little smaller so that way we can fit it in our box. Now, I would not recommend going back and changing, or going back and clicking another star and hitting insert and all of that. This is where that duplicate feature really comes in handy. I would just duplicate it because that seems like a lot to be doing over and over again 5 times, okay? So I would just hit the duplicate, which is going to give you copies of that, okay? And then it should look like this, okay? So I'm showing 5 on that 10 frame, okay? So you have options here of what you can do, and you don't have to do objects. You could look up Princess Tiana if you would like. You can look up Minecraft blocks. You can look up Minecraft. You can look up Olaf, Frozen, anything. You can put snowflakes in here. I don't care what you put in here, okay? Image-wise, just make sure that whatever image you choose, there are 5 of them, and it's showing 5 on that 10 frame, okay? That's the important part. As long as it shows 5, I am okay with what you choose to put in here, okay? Also, if you want to go in and draw a star here, that's fine. If you want to draw a smiley face, whatever you would like to put in there, okay? As long as it shows 5. So you will go to the next one. You will drag that number over, and then you will show me 3 on the 10 frame. Click and drag, show me 8 on the 10 frame, and then you will show me 6 on the 10 frame, okay? So that is your first page, and then you have one more page doing the exact same thing where you will show me 1 on the 10 frame, You will show me 10 on the 10 frame. You will show me 9 on the 10 frame. And you will show me 0 on the 10 frame. Okay. So, like I said, you can use the pen tool, you can use the circle tool. Okay. So pen tool, circle tool, or you can search an image to put in those 10 frames to show that number. Okay. So that is all I have for you. We have gone over this Jamboard. I have given a few examples, but if you still have questions, that is absolutely okay. Just make sure that you reach out to your teacher so that we can make sure that you know what to do so that you can turn in this assignment and that you will be an expert on getting those 10s and working with the 10 frame. Okay. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.